Hello, Scorpio. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and I am here finally for your December 2020 reading. Now, this is a general reading for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 2020. I'm recording this on December the 12th, so it's kind of an interesting day, isn't it? Just in general. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see where we're at and where we're going for December of 2020. So let's get into the tarot, please. Let's get into the tarot. All right, so we are using, sorry, there was a brief interruption there. We're using three different tarots, two oracles and one tarot deck. So we have the Sacred Destiny Oracle on this side here. And then we have, let me bring them into view. We have the Work Your Light Oracle deck over here. And then we have my handy dandy I Love My Thelema tarot deck. So let's start checking this out. We're going to pull one Sacred Destiny card. So can I get one card for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 2020? December 2020, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Scorpio, please, December 2020. Healing Chaos. Oh boy, lots going on. Lots going on. And then let's get a Work Your Light. Oh. And then we have Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? That's interesting. Cancer got the same card. Healing Chaos and Boundaries. Scorpio, usually you're really good about setting boundaries. So I do find that interesting. Let's pull one more Work Your Light. The Healing Chaos makes sense because, I think that you're going to be in a bit of a healing chaos the whole Uranus transit, right? Just a little bit. Because it's sudden change and it's personal change. So it's just like these quick changes that you're fine with the transformation, but you kind of want it on your time. We also have Protection. Call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. That's why we're not getting boundaries. Listen, you've given your power over to others a little bit, and maybe to just external forces in general. And when I say external forces in general, the revelations that we're getting about this next level, where we're going, where we're growing to, the changes, the portals, all the things that we're walking through and working through, all of those things, it is an evolutionary existence for us as human beings. And that evolutionary existence requires us to sometimes cut some cords, to sometimes release some people, and also, but as equally as important, if not more, to release some thoughts, to release how we've looked at life in general up until this very point, and really take the next step and take the next level in ascertaining whether those are thoughts, mores, belief systems, everything that we need to hold on to as we grow and evolve into 4 and 5D. Quite frankly, we are in a position right now where Mother Earth, Gaia energy, right, is elevating herself to a higher consciousness level, is elevating her frequency. When I say higher consciousness level, I mean elevating the frequency. And that's causing great disruption. And that's causing the interfering entities that wish to hold on to this power, with all that they have, with all their might. It's causing them to revolt and try to buck the system and try to stop us as a human consciousness from that elevation. And as we're going through this time period, it is increasingly important for us to comprehend at a real cellular level that we've got to reclaim our power. We've put it out there for far too long. We've put our power outside of ourselves. We've put our power outside of our realms. We've given it over. We've given it up for far too long. And that's interesting that boundaries card came up, and then we have protection, because the problem when we give our power over to religious or dogmatic spiritual beliefs, and we're not willing to see outside of the box, and we're not willing to learn new things, and we're not willing to unlearn what we've relearned or evolve that mindset and that belief structure, so that it more so fits the higher evolved, spiritually evolved individual, rather than where we were 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 months ago. When we don't do that, we basically are not setting proper boundaries for even ourselves, because we've given our energy over to an external force, or people, places, career, what have you. And we continue to give it over because we're trapped in our own mind. It's like we've got to release ourselves from these boundaries and these prisons, if you will, before you can actually go outside and be free. You know, there's a saying, you know, people, some of us who've been a little older, who are a little older, and we're talking about something from back in the day, and we'd be like, you weren't even outside. Was you outside then? And that means that you were, you know, old enough to be responsible enough for yourself. While all of this is going, so were you outside? And so what happens is we keep ourselves in the house and at this like rather young, I keep saying the word evolve because that's all I can say. Immature level when we don't have to, when we shouldn't. It's not really incumbent upon us to do so. Like, Spirit's trying to help us grow, and we're just kind of like, I don't think I wanna. So it does feel like chaos, because you're being kind of pulled and stretched in other ways. You're having to recognize that maybe there were some choices that were made that maybe didn't work out the best, but in actuality, it was just meant to heal. It wasn't meant, you know, we have to make mistakes in order to grow. So don't ever just say, oh my God, it's terrible. I can't believe I made that mistake. That's just crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Like, you've got to allow yourself to make the mistakes so that you can have the bump and get to the healing. And it's in the mistakes, and then how you get up. That's where we get to calling back our power. Honest to Pete. That's where the power comes back. Let's see here. Coming towards you from the tarot, we have the Six of Wands. So there's a spirit of victory and an energy of victory, a frequency of victory that's coming towards you in this month. Seven of Wands is the energy you're bringing to the table. Yeah, you're a little kind of like defensive. King of Cups energy could be another water sign, could be yourself. In that obstacle space, I think that's you. Well, it could be a Pisces or a Scorpio. It doesn't have to necessarily be you. Five of Swords is how we're going to overcome that. And let's look at the final card, please. And the Wheel is the outcome or advice. So let's see what the Six of Wands, this victory, is about. That's really positive energy coming towards you with this King of Wands. Like, you are definitely on a track, or you're developing the track, and I feel like on a course, and Spirit is really speaking to you and saying, this is the way. This is the way. For my Mandalorian fans, this is the way. So are you gonna accept the way, or are you gonna be like, well, no, I'm not doing it that way? because that's the fixed water. Like fixed water, it's like it can be cold as ice, but there's this like center that's not quite frozen, and I feel like Spirit's trying to get to that not quite frozen center to reignite it. Because at this point, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, it's time for you to melt. We need a little melting going on so that you can be fluid and move to the next, and then heal up, and then you could be ice again. But you got to release this emotion, and you can't keep saying, well, if only so and so would do this, then I'd have this. If only so and so would do that, then I'd be able to manifest this. If only this, if only that. Stop with the if only, because if only you decide that that's where you're going, then you then create your destiny and get victory. And that's what Spirit's trying to convey to you, is there comes a time and a point, and you're at that time and a point, Scorpio, where you can't keep saying if only so-and-so didn't, blah, 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 blah. I know all those things happened. Things happen to me too. Things happen to everybody. But we can't continue to give our power away and say the reason why we have not succeeded in whatever area of our life it is we're looking to succeed is because of so-and-so. It's not because of so-and-so. It's because of you. And I'm only saying that, honey, because I had that same, right? I've had to face that myself. The only reason that there was failure was because of me. And then we have the Ace of Wands. See, I didn't look at it. So you're going to get new inspiration that you're going to be able to stand and steadfast and unmovable in, that's going to take you to victory. Okay? There's some fire. For some of you, there's some other kind of adult fire going on. But you know what I'm saying? So, Seven of Wands. On the defensive. What are we on the defensive about, though? Ooh, Ten of Cups. Are you feeling like are you defensive because you haven't been fully successful yet? And Three of Swords, you're on the defensive because you felt this disappointment and this heartache. And it's been in these areas where it's been potentially relationships, partnerships, friendships, careerships, any ship, right? That emotionally you were feeling satisfied in, and all of a sudden then boom. So now you're a little on the defense because you're like, I don't want to open up my heart again. But there's a need for you to take responsibility for your own actions. There's a need for you to stop giving it up and giving up your power. Because if you give up your power, then you give up your power to heal yourself, and the chaos never ends. It would be like this tornado and this cyclone in your life continually. It will die down to a real little spin, and then it'll kick back up, because why? You never truly stamp it out. So you can't be defensive because, like, I shouldn't say you can't. This is the thing. The more defensive you are, the less Ten of Cups you're going to get, and the more Three of Swords you're going to have. If you're just kind of learn to be open and allow Spirit to do the work and get through that healing chaos, you get to get your power back. It seems incongruent, but it's actually true. Let's see. What is this King of Cups for? Up, the World card. Four of Pentacles. It is time for you. Listen. You need to let this chapter close on having such a closed off heart chakra. You need to let this chapter close on this. You've closed your heart off not only to other people, but honestly to yourself. There's some of you that are like, well, it's never going to happen. The sun, moon, and stars are never going to align. And so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so is still going to be so-and-so and so-and-so. And they're not going to do anything. When if you'd open up your heart chakra a little bit, and look within, and honestly look within, and not just on the surface, and be really ready to, like, own it. You'll be surprised what happens and what kind of help comes. If you can open up your heart chakra enough to believe in yourself that you can and should and do deserve this Ten of Cups existence, whatever that looks like to you, that fulfillment existence, that whole existence, you can get to that point, you can achieve that point. Why is this Five of Swords? Yeah, see, the Five of Swords is here because what's going to help you overcome this, getting out of your own way, is challenging yourself. It's going to be bit by bit. I'm not saying rip it all up and just start all over, because that's painful, right? But I do think that you should work with someone, Three of Pentacles, maybe commission someone, a mentor or a spiritual, healer or something like that. Someone that can help you work through these things, because it might be a little bit too much for you to work through on your own. But it's time for you to commission somebody. Ancestors, spirit guides. If there's third dimensional people that you feel can assist you, then reach out. Okay, it's time for that to happen. Because the outcome or advice, if you choose to really take that deep dive, examine yourself, and take ownership, and then move forward. Take ownership for your own destiny, then the wheel moves in your favor. If you don't take your own ownership for your destiny, then the wheel will never move for you. King of Pentacles. This is what's here. So my entrepreneurs and my leaders, it's time for you to rise up. Ace of Cups. All that you desired is going to start to overflow. You're going to be overcome with the emotion of happiness, of fulfillment, of purpose. Let's get one more. A lot of very earth energy, birthing that thing that dream, holding it, and then being steadfast in it, and it being very lucrative and very long lasting. Right now you're feeling very left out in the cold. Could be by cancer, could be another energy, but it's like you're gonna have to take some steps, and you're gonna have to take these steps now to be the alchemist. Here you are. It's time for you to transform. Come out of your feelings here. Listen to what spirit is saying to you with this Knight of Swords, because 10 of Pentacles, if you decide to do this, make the decision with the Two of Swords, then you get 10 of Pentacles abundance. If you don't, you're going to be sitting here just wondering. If you don't move into partnership as you should with yourself, then it's just on hold indefinitely. You will be indefinitely on hold. You need to move, and you need to do what you need to move. You need to make some decisions here. All right. Ooh, Scorpio, y'all know I hate getting in y'all behinds. I love y'all, really, I do. That's my reading. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit for you all. Leave me some comments, even if it's like, girl, you need to stop. Don't get on my behind. But Auntie doesn't mean any harm. I also want to make the announcement that we are doing the Be the Light retreat again, and we are going to do it again in January. We're going to just have the virtual workbooks, and you'll get all the videos. It's going to be an entire weekend, January 15th through the 17th, about 2.5 days. We have decided this time around, I'm having an end of the year special. So this was $497. The classes themselves are about a $1,200 value, a little bit over $1,200 in just instructional time alone, including the Reiki attunement. And I'm offering this at an extremely, extremely low price of $297. So go to heartofinspiration.net, www.heartofinspiration.net, and go through and sign up and get your virtual ticket today. This is going to be from now to December 31st. However, I only have limited spaces, and once those spaces are gone this time, I'm not opening it. So get your spot, get your ticket, let's get going. And if you are ready to take things to the next level, if you're like, Lisa, I've identified my gifts, or maybe I still understand that I've got gifts, I don't understand completely how to use them. However, I am very willing and ready to identify, clarify, and then monetize my purpose, move into purpose so my purpose provides for my person. Then perhaps the Light Worker Masterclass is for you. If you want more information about that, that's something new from Lightworker Academy. I already have some folks in it. It is tremendous time. We're learning so much and having such an amazing time. I can't even begin. But email me then at info@lightworkeracademy.net, and we can set up a time to have a consultation to see if it's going to be a fit for you. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Namaste.